Hello, this is a tutorial for Cities in Motion, a brilliant new game which has only been out for a few months now. So first of all, we're going to start a new sandbox game. You can see it comes with 4 real-life cities. It's got Vienna, Amsterdam, Berlin and Helsinki. Also London, which I made myself, which isn't finished. So today we'll just choose Vienna, and you can choose your own company logo. And you can also choose the company colour and name as well. So just for the video, we're just going to call it Trans Vienna, I guess. That would be simple. This is the loading screen. It's quite attractive. It'll just tell you a bit about the city itself in the bottom left-hand corner. Okay, so let's play. Okay, so first of all, you can see we're in the city. You can see it's fairly well decorated. The detail is quite good, really. I mean, you've got lampposts, you've got plants, you can see all the people and the cars and everyday parts of the city. The only way it does really lack is the fact that you can't build the roads or anything yourself. You have to use the city as it is by default. So first of all, we're going to build a tram line, tram system, as our first transport link. Trams are good in the busiest part of the city, I guess, because they're fairly fast. They can carry quite a lot of people as well, more than buses or helicopters or boats. I mean, boats aren't really very useful unless you're playing in Amsterdam or other cities with lots of water. Okay, so at the end of this route here, I'm just going to make a loop so that the vehicle can go back on itself. That way you don't have to make a big loop for your route, you can just do like one long road for it. Eventually it's good to end your routes in the residential zones on the very edge of the city, because this way people can commute into the centre. And also I find tram lines are quite cheap as well. Not as cheap as buses, because you don't need to build anything for buses, but it's a lot cheaper than subways or overground railways. Okay, so that route's done. Now what we've got to do is build the stops along the route. So we're going to build luxury tram stops in the most busiest parts, because it keeps people happier, and the ones that get used the most. It's obviously important to keep people happy when they're waiting. Okay, now it's time to make our first line. To do this, we simply click on the line panel, and when we've got that opened, we can click on tram system and we can create a new line. And then you want to click on all the stops that you've made to signify whereabouts and which order your tram will stop on the line. And we'll also have to buy the vehicles as well. So just taking them up in order now. Perfect, now we need to manage the vehicles and buy the trams themselves. So the middle one seems to be the best one. It's the most modern and can carry the most people as well, and it's also the fastest, so I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to buy about, I don't know, 6 of those, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Now we need to click on this green flag here, which activates the line. And then it's all ready, it will then start. So if I take the game off pause, you can see the vehicles will then start moving. If I hide the route, it makes the screen more attractive to see. Now, initially you won't get anyone waiting at the bus stops. It will take a few seconds for people to actually start walking to them. You can see we've got our first customer here. I've sped the game up now, and you can see that the amount of people waiting at the stops has slowly gone up a bit. But to make them really busy, you want to make more routes and make them connect so that people can get off one route and get onto the other. Okay, so now we're going to build a bus route. Buses are a lot better in the sense that you don't have to make a line, and they can go further as well, and they're best really if you're taking people out of the city. So I'm using luxury bus stops in the centre because it keeps people happier, and buses usually have longer wait times because of the traffic. But the downside of using luxury bus stops or covered bus shelters is just because they have a much higher monthly cost, so it's hard to make a bigger profit. although it is kind of best to keep people happy, I guess, so that your transport system becomes more popular. So we're going to link up that station as well. Okay, so now I'm linking up all the stops. The downside of doing it this way is it means you have to make 2 lines, one in either direction. But that doesn't really matter because, I mean, it's not that big a route. If it was a big route, obviously people would want to go both directions. But I guess it's easy just to get people from the centre to the main rail station. So I'm going to buy a couple of double-decker buses, which are probably the best one and they're kind of one of the most modern, and they can carry quite a lot of people. Now what I'm going to do here is you can obviously manage the ticket prices, but you can also do advertising campaigns as well, like you can do TV campaigns or newspapers or billboards, radio, and you can also choose the duration of how long you want to advertise for. So you can advertise for, let's go for 6 months, because we have quite a lot of money to start off with. It's good to advertise because then you get lots more profit, and it usually makes up for the money you spent on advertising. And you can see the different type of people they attract as well, like dropouts or people that don't work, or students, pensioners, business people. You can obviously attract different types of people depending on where your routes are going. So if you're building routes to big office blocks, you obviously want to attract business people. The fun side of this game is it's quite a good level of detail. I mean, you can click on people and see where they're going, where they live, where they work. It's rather fun. The only downside I'd say is when you've got really busy systems, it does lag quite a bit. Even if you're on a powerful computer, it can lag quite badly. I guess there's a lot of detail in the people because it's all 3D. It doesn't run as smooth as SimCity or anything like that, so if you do have a good system, it's obviously worth it. Really, the best way to transport lots of people and have less traffic in the way is by doing a metro system. Underground is probably the best, although it's the most expensive. Now we have to go into the underground view so that we can connect them together. And I'm going to get about 4 subway cars. It's probably too much, but I'm expecting it to be really busy, so. Okay, so we seem to have our first person coming down now. And second, and third, and fourth, and fifth, and sixth. People in the game have a natural tendency to use the fastest route, so if you have more than one route to the same place, they will generally take the fastest one. Doesn't matter how big the queues are, they'll usually go for the fastest way of getting there, whether it's the most direct route or fastest vehicle. You can see I've got several stops together, so people are piling off one and queuing up for the other stops as well. The best thing to do is to link up major things like airports, stadiums, factories, office blocks, just because that's where the most people come out of. You can see traffic for me is a bit of a problem already, and I've only got about 3 or 4 routes. I guess a lot of people who've bought this game are hoping it's going to be a bit like SimCity in the sense that it's very free and you can build to your constructive desires really, but I mean it's fairly limited. Unless you use the map editor yourself, but it's not a city builder, it's a public transport builder, so it's very different. I mean it's still very fun, it's very good, and I'd recommend buying it if you do enjoy the SimCity series. I wouldn't say it's a replacement for them, I'd say it's very different. Okay, so thank you for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed my tutorial, and I hope if you do like the look of this, you go out and buy the game, it's definitely worth it. I got it over Steam, but if you want to get it directly or on CD, then I'm sure it's just as good. But thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed